Hello, friends. Today's story is A Cure for Laziness. Bashir had promised himself that he would marry a girl who was as intelligent and hardworking as he was. Once he went to a country far from his own to do some trade. He stayed in a little inn there. The innkeeper had a daughter called Aisha. The minute Bashir saw her, he was struck by her beauty and most of all, her big bright eyes. Bashir had to stay in that village for a while and he got to know the villagers quite well. Among them was an old man, perhaps the oldest man in the village. In the evening, the villagers would gather around him and he would ask them witty questions to which the youngsters had to give quick answers. One day, as Bashir was walking around in the evening, he heard the old man say, "I have one sheep. How can I use it to earn some money without killing or selling it?" There was silence. Then Aisha spoke up. "I know, great uncle. If I had a sheep, I would look after it very well. When it became fat and healthy, I would sell its wool, milk, and dung and make a lot of money. Perhaps I would buy 2 more sheep and soon have a flock." That was a clever answer, thought Bashir, and he stopped to hear a few more questions and answers. Next, the old man asked, "How would you capture fire in paper and hold the air in your hand?" Again it was Aisha who answered, "I would use a paper lamp and a hand fan." The old man had one more question. "My sister's husband's brother-in-law's wife's friend's son is married to your cousin. What is my sister to me?" Aisha said promptly, "Your sister will remain a sister to you." By now, Bashir had heard enough. Here was a really intelligent woman, his ideal bride. He met Aisha's father, who agreed happily to have his daughter marry this sober young man. Soon the two got married and set off for Bashir's village. When Aisha reached the village and saw her new house, she realized Bashir was a very rich man. There were servants here to wait on her every wish, cooks to rustle up the most wonderful meals, and gardeners to look after Bashir's vast gardens and orchards. There was no need for her to lift a finger. Aisha decided she liked this new way of living, and slowly she lost her earlier hard-working nature. There were enough people who wanted to be friends with her now that she was rich, and soon she gathered a group of good-for-nothing, lazy friends around herself. They did nothing but eat and gossip the whole day. A few years passed, and no one from Aisha's own village would have been able to recognize her. So fat and lazy was she now. Then one day she fell sick. Doctors came, they examined her, asked all kinds of questions, scratched their heads, and prescribed medicines. But Aisha still didn't get well. Finally, word reached her father's village, and the person who was saddest to hear about Aisha was the very old man who used to throw those riddles at her. He decided he would do something to bring back the clever, sweet Aisha of old. He reached her house and announced he would stay there for a while. In return, he promised to cure her of her illness. Aisha and Bashir agreed, and the old man started staying with them. The next day, the treatment began. The man said, "You will get well only if you eat the special food I cook for you. No one must come to the house, and it should stay sparkling clean at all hours." Aisha agreed. So the man cooked a small meal for her and left it in a box a few yards away from the main house. Aisha would have to walk up to it. It was a simple meal but tasty, and Aisha had to work so hard to keep the house clean without the help of servants that she was always hungry. Whatever she ate tasted wonderful. Many months passed like this. Aisha got used to the work and the new food habits. She started learning how to help with her husband's business and in the fields. With no one to gossip with, she had to think through everything on her own, and slowly her old intelligence shone forth. Every day she went to bed tired out and slept soundly. The next morning she woke up at the crack of dawn, refreshed, and started her day's work. She realized she was happier now than she had been. She went to the old man and said, "I'm cured at last, great uncle. What was the secret of your therapy? I will tell my friends about it too." The old man laughed and said, "I did not do anything. Once upon a time, when you were poor, you were healthy and active. You used to do all the work yourself. Then you became rich and lazy. You had so many maids to do all the work for you. I only gave you healthy food and made you work like before. Your illness disappeared. Rich or poor, it is good to do our own work and be fit. You were always a bright girl, and now you use your energy for better things." Bashir was listening to all this silently. Now he smiled. He knew the Aisha he had loved and married was back for good. The moral of the story is, rich or poor, it is good to do our own work and be fit. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell icon to get notifications of my new video. Bye.